The one thing that holds back plumbing, electrical and similar service business owners from ever being successful is failing to back cost. Now I know this might sound extreme, but after working with 1,354 service business owners, I have never seen a successful business that doesn't back cost. So what is back costing and how does it work? Back costing is checking the financial performance of your jobs against your quotes, estimates or bids. Now we check your hours taken and then we compare them to your estimates. Now we also check the materials, but 95% of the time it's the hours that blow out. So if you think of it like installing a hot water cylinder or wiring a house. Now you spend the time installing it, getting it all right. Now what do you do when you've finished the project? Well, you test it, right? Now it takes some time, but you do it so you can say with confidence that the job is actually complete. Now what happens when you test it and it doesn't work? Well, you investigate and you make the fixes needed to actually make the project work. Now the same goes for the financial performance of your jobs. You've spent the time, the money, and effort to secure, set up and actually complete the job. So why wouldn't you test the job to make sure it was worthwhile from a dollars and cents point of view? That way if the job comes in worse than expected, you can actually investigate. You can figure out what went wrong, make some tweaks and make sure it doesn't cost you time and time again. Because look, if I'm completely honest, if you're doing jobs right now and you're not back costing, you are playing a risky game that will blow up in your face. Now odds on you're doing some jobs right now that are actually costing you money. Now one rough job is bad enough, but making the same mistake over and over and not learning the lessons will cost you thousands, if not millions of dollars over the course of your business life. Now it's okay to make a mistake once because that's how we learn. And back costing will highlight poor productivity on the job. Back costing will also show you where you're missing the mark when you're doing your estimating and your pricing. And look, there's a chronic issue of underestimating labour hours across the industry. And what back costing does, it'll give you the information that you need to make improvements for next time. And the process of back costing, look, it's crazy simple once you get it right. But I get it. When you're busy and your head is clogged up with other thoughts, it's difficult to do your back costing. It seems like it's just another stress to add to your already full plate. So today I'm going to make the process super simple for you. I've got a free tool. It's called the back costing calculator. Now it's an Excel sheet where you can simply plug in your numbers from your jobs and it'll spit out how you went. Now the back costing sheet will give you the information that you need to make some changes, or it'll show that you're actually already on the right track. So let's jump in and see how it works. Okay, so to back cost the job, we use the spreadsheet. The first part is to put in the sale price or the revenue for doing the job. And we do that at the top. Now, really important that you put in the exclusive tax price. So you take off any GST or any sales tax or value-added tax. You just want the price that you're going to charge the client. So that would be what you're invoicing the client, or the bid price, or the estimate or the quote price. Let's say in this case that it's $1,730. Now, it could be any job of any value, but this is just an example we'll use today. Next, we want to take off the costs of doing the jobs. We call this the direct costs or the costs of goods sold. Now, a bunch of costs occur here: labor, materials, subcontractors, and some other direct costs. So let's talk about the labor costs first of doing this particular project. Now, really important that you put in the actual cost of labor, not your charge out rate. And that's a mistake sometimes people make. So let's say in this case, you're paying your team $40 an hour for the labor and there were 10 hours on the job. In that case, there'll be $400 worth of labor. Now, we put in the materials costs, and there's a bunch of lines here for materials. And you might have a number of invoices for materials, but let's say for this job, the materials, let's say they came to $600. And we had some other costs for subcontractors, just a little bit of help with some subcontractors. Let's say that was $60, and we had $20, some other small charges, maybe to get a certificate issued or something like that from a compliance agency. So now we've got the sale price, less all the direct costs of doing the job. That gives us our total cost of goods of $1,080. We take that away to get our gross profit of $654. Well, that's our profit from actually doing the job. And that's the profit that the job made. Then we can work out the gross profit margin, which is simply the gross profit divided by the sales. In this case, 37.72%. The spreadsheet will also work out your markup, which is always higher than your gross profit margin. In this case, 60%. 0.56%. Now, once we know the gross profit margin, we can then compare that to our targets, what we're looking to hit for this job, and figure out, did this job come in as we wanted it to, or did it go a little bit sideways, a little bit south, and then we can go and investigate about what happened on the job, dig down into the labour component, figure out if there are any materials got wasted, and make some improvements for next time. Now, as you can see, the sheet makes it simple, and once you've done it once, you'll be able to do it for every single job. Now, undercharging and poor profitability is a massive issue across the plumbing, electrical, HVAC, glazing, landscaping, and similar service business industries. And poor back costing is one of the biggest causes. So I want to raise the bar across the whole industry, so I've decided to give this tool away for free. Now, it usually costs $197, and it's worth a lot more. Our paying members use this tool daily, and they find it absolutely life-changing. Now, I will take this offer down in the future as it's part of our valuable IP that we use with our coaching clients. So make sure you get this while it's still free. Now, if you want a copy, click below, enter your details, and I'll send it straight to you. Now, once you start back costing your jobs, you'll make more money. It's as simple as that. Click below to download it and enjoy.